What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I am bringing you another super fun, chaotic deck from the bulk bins, and that is Maushold EX with the Solidarity ability. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and our opponent swings into it, they take 30 more damage for every single Maushold, Tandemaus, or Maushold EX we have in play. So just for hitting us, our opponent can take 120 damage. Swinging for 120 damage, and drawing 2 cards, we can put up 240, which is solid, you know, like a KO Raging Bull, Chien Pow, things like that. It's not too bad. And this deck, let me preface before I go over the whole list by saying this deck, it's a ton of fun to play. I actually had a blast playing this. I have this deck in real life too. I am dying to go to my next locals because this is what I want to bring. It's chaotic, it's dumb, it gives a good laugh, it's fun. That being said, it's not competitive. It's not the best deck, obviously. I'm not even going to be trying this on the ranked ladder. We're going to be taking this one on the casual ladder, which is how you know that this ain't winning you a tournament. And if it is, I mean, please, you need to tell me. I need to know what you did to the list, because I need that deck. I love Maushold, man. Like, I wish, I don't know what it was that could make it necessarily be a little bit better. Maybe if it had like 30 more HP or did like 20 more damage, it would be slightly more viable. But in terms of like competitiveness, it's on the bottom of the scale, and that's saying a lot for me, because I'll play some crazy stuff. In terms of how fun it is, now that's a different story. This deck is actually a blast. Now, enough yapping about how good this deck is. Let's actually talk about it. What's going on here, right? So we got Maushold EX, talked a little bit about that. One of the biggest things to note was not the attack, not the draw 2 cards, not even the ability, it's the free retreat cost. Because when you take the free retreat cost of Maushold, the free retreat cost of Tandemaus, and the free retreat cost of Dunsparce, yes, we're playing the Dunsparce as our draw engine because it's another fun card. When you take all those free retreat cards, just play Level Ball. You search for free retreat pretty much every turn, so you're ensuring Pokemon you need. Paired with Buddy Poffin and our A-Spec Hyper Aroma, it's not hard to load up our bench, evolve all of it, and just start cooking. The two colorless energy attack is also super nice, because we could play 4 DTEs, 3 gift for extra draw. I believe it's 3 jet, 3 gift. Yeah, 3 jet, 3 gift is what we're running. So it's not a bad, like, it's fun. It's a ton of fun. In terms of consistency, I thought it was pretty solid. It just doesn't have the HP or the damage output necessarily to keep up with the big constant decks that are kind of swinging at you, and the 30 HP Tandemaus. I mean, are you kidding me? Dragapult can kill 3 of them in one turn. Attack on active, 30 damage to do bench. It's like, it's clips. And that's why we're taking this one on the casual ladder. It's a lot running into Dragapult, Chien Power, Radiant Greninja, and even though we have Manaphy, they got Canceling Cologne, stuff like that, it's hard, And I think that's why we, this is more of a bring it to a small locals where you're just trying to mess around with your friends. Bring it to a kitchen table game. If you're playing with your buddies, this is the deck, and I promise you that. Or if you're new and learning how to play the game with like a friend or two and you're not thinking about tournaments for a while, run this, because it's fun. It's chaotic, it's fun. You've got good draw off Dunsparce where you draw 3, and your attack where you draw 2 more cards. Between Iono, Arven, it's not, like, it's a fun deck. We are playing Arven TM Evo, because I don't necessarily know if it's better to go first or second. I don't think it really matters too much, but it's always a great shout if you could do that going second. And Vengeful Punch, because if you could put 160 damage counters for being attacked down, that's actually busted. So, I mean, do I think there is some sort of very low-level competitive potential for the deck? Absolutely yes. Do I know what it is? Not really. And one day I will crack the code on it. I do know that. Maushold is too fun not to. But for right now, I'm not sure what it is. I think, honestly, one of the things I was thinking about was we just don't have enough attackers. Like, there's no good backup attacker in this deck. So something I was considering, if anyone wants to give it a shout, was the Duo and Drio engine. We'd have to take out our Dudunsparce and our Feather Balls, but for 1 retreat cost and Ballistic Beak, I mean, maybe it's a shout if you start playing Game Draw Bogs or things like that, because this allows for a solid 1 prize, like, attacker, which honestly isn't bad. And the draw card for doing a damage counter plus the attack, like, honestly, I think it could work. I just didn't create a list yet that's as consistent as this one. So I wanted to give this one a shout first and foremost because it's got 2 super fun Pokemon. So, I mean, let's get into it. Let's whip this out on the casual ladder and let's see how good we can do. Welcome to match number 1. Our opponent won the coin flip and chose to go second, which is interesting. They're playing a fire deck, I would assume, as well. And, oh man, are we running it with Charizard? Oh, that's going to be some fun. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a legit hand going into this game. And are you kidding me? We prized 2 Tandemaus. See, this is where things get a little scary. So, that's brutal. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Nah, that definitely makes it harder for sure. But I'm not totally scared yet. We do play a heavy ball. So if we could find that heavy ball next turn, I'm totally going to do Dunsparce Mesagoza and try to get 2 Dunsparce, because if I could get Arven and find that heavy ball, I probably should have prize checked if that was even prized. Knowing my luck, I probably prized 2 Tandemaus and a heavy ball. But if we could get a third out, we're fine. Like, we'll be alright. You know, we'll cook. And if not, I mean, we'll rock it with 2 Maushold, man. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nothing. We got the family Pokemon. We got the squad here today with Maushold. So, I mean, let's see what they do. They're also seem to be playing a bit of a, you know, more lax Charizard deck, which is exactly why we took this to the casual ladder. This is a casual type game, and they tail on fire. I would be lying if I told you I knew what that did. And that just sets it up. Alright, that's tight. That's tight. I like it. I like it. So, yo, give me all 3. Give me all 3 Dunsparce. Come on, we're like that. And come on. Like, how do you not love this deck? Drawing 9 cards? Are you serious? Oh my god, I should have prize checked again. I'm dense. Like, I'm actually a little slow. And there's no shot we don't get Maushold EX this turn and kill their Charmander. There is a chance that we don't get... I don't want to Ultra Ball yet. I do like my hand a little bit, so I'm going to keep these. Especially, we're going to need the Rod if... that's a lot of energy. I like the Radiant Jirachi, though. That's a lethal attacker right there. So, not exactly what I was looking for, but that's okay. That's cool, because we're going to take out our opponent's only active Charmander, or only Charmander period. I'll set up Jirachi. I ain't afraid of nothing with this deck. And we've got plenty of extra energy in the deck, so I think here I'm going to get rid of Jet and Mist, because Gift could be pretty nice. And I'm going to take another Maushold EX. Let me check if that heavy ball is not prized. Alright, that's good. That's really good. So, let's get that Maushold down, and let's whip an Iona. We could give our opponent a better hand, but I think it's more important for us to try digging for that heavy ball. That's perfect. That is, like, the perfect hand. Yeah. So now, next turn, we pretty much guaranteed ourselves a, you know, the heavy ball, because we have Arven, so, and we have Ultra Ball, so we could get Dudunsparce out and create space for it as well. So, we'll see what we get. We take a Feather Ball, actually, that's pretty good too. I mean, that searches for, you know, the basics in our draw engine, that searches for all of our attackers, and our opponent will pop a Mela here, and we'll see if they have enough Pokemon. If they don't, I'll take the chip, and it's an Arcanine EX deck. Yo, shout out to my boy Arcanine, one of my favorite Pokemon since I was a little kid, playing Pokemon Red on my Game Boy. Yeah, no, that is one of my longtime favorite Pokemons. I love Arcanine. I gotta check out Arcanine EX, actually. Maybe that's a deck I gotta get back onto. Make a little video on it. I miss that Pokemon. This is the other reason why I don't mind being on the casual ladder. I feel like, and I totally, like, embody this. I get so almost, like, obsessed with just trying to get better as, like, a player, and I'm a bit newer to the competitive scene. I mean, I've been to 3 regionals in, like, the past year. Hold on, let me take my turn, and then I'll get back into that little tangent I was about to go on. You know what? I like the Arvin now. Let me just take the heavy ball now. And for a tool, Vengeful Punch all day. Get this back up to 120. And then let me use the heavy ball. These little rats chilling in here, these little mice. So problematic, man. Alright, we'll get rid of them. Get rid of Dunsparce. We'll throw Homie back down. I kind of want to dig for some not DTEs. Like, I want to set up a Maushold that could just do 120. I don't know if I'm going to get that lucky, though. So, I think what I do here, we could get rid of Manaphy TM Evo. Take another Dunsparce. I mean, I feel like you guys can see, though, how, like, you just are constantly drawing with this deck. Like, this is awesome. There's always things to do, and it's just kind of fun. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I could Feather Ball for another Dunsparce. Just keep the draw going. Going into next turn, and we'll get another backup attacker ready. And then I like this. I like where we're sitting. Alright, cool. And we're not going to swing for KO. See, this is where the damage is just so close, but just lacking. Can't even KO B-Barrel. But, anyways, I feel like something that happens to me a lot as a player is just I am, like, obsessed with trying to find the next best deck. You know what I mean? Like, the next best deck, what's my playstyle, what do I want to run to these tournaments? Like, I think I mentioned a couple videos ago, like, I'm going to a win-a-box this weekend, and I want to do well. I don't really care to necessarily win the tournament. I just want to do well. You know, I'm going to be going to the Baltimore Regional, so if any of you guys are going and you run into me, please say hi. I would love to say what's up to whoever's watching. And I'm always just stressing out because I'm like, man, I don't know what to play. I don't know what the pick is. You know, I'm trying to really get really into this competitive scene. And I feel like a lot of times I'm so swept up in that sometimes I just forget, like, why I play this game, period. Like, why this is one of my biggest hobbies, you know? It's like, because it's fun. It's a very casual game. Like, you know, we're all, like, the whole community is so positive and it's nice. And that's one of the few, this is one of the few communities I feel like all around is just all vibes. And I love that. So, trying to look for that single energy. Alright, let's thin a little bit. Let's take my Maushold EX. So anyways, like, playing a deck like this made me take a step back and realize, yo, you know, just a couple years ago, I was playing with the cards I found, like, in my basement and my friend's attic and whatnot, and we were just trying to learn how to play the game because we were kind of bored. And this deck made me realize, like, yo, dude, just, like, screw the competitive scene. Hop on the, ooh. Do I want a boss here? You do damage for more that's on me. Yeah, so not really. But you also just kind of swing for KO with Bright Flame. That's tricky. I feel like we might as well damage it now, get the first attack. Sorry, I'm just thinking about what I want to do here. Definitely get you down. Yeah, I like this. That's cool. So, you know, Maushold EX just kind of forced me to get on the casual ladder and just have fun. Play against Arcanine EX. I'm never going to play against Arcanine EX at a regional. At least that I know of right now. You know, like, at this moment, if I went to one tomorrow, I'm not seeing Arcanine EX. And nor is my opponent seeing Maushold EX. And this deck was like, yo, just play what's fun. Screw what's good. Does not matter. Play what's fun. Take a breath. Hop back on the ladder here. And just vibe. And I think that's something important that, like, I needed to happen to me so I could realize, like, yo, this game is just for vibes, man. Like, and I gotta play it as such sometimes, you know, take a step off the ranked ladder. Even though the ranked ladder means nothing, it's not so much that I was caring about rank on the TCG Live ladder. There's no, like, that's a whole other thing that is for another rant for another video. But more so, like, man, I want to make sure the deck I'm playing is actually winning most of my games. You know, it's consistent, good hands. Am I keeping up with the top decks? Like, I was trying to make sure all of that was perfect. That way, oh, look at that, dude. That ability is just insane. Like, how do you hate that? That's awesome. So, yeah, and you know, here I'm just just playing to play, dude, and like nothing else matters. Like the record on this video, I mean, I'd just be playing the first 3 full-ish games I play are the ones I post, because you get into games where it's like if I post the first 3 games I play, it's like, you know, my first opponent just scooped after realizing they had a butts hand. My second opponent, you know, washed me after I drew into 6 energy and an active and nothing else. And it's like, yeah, you guys can just play the deck and understand that happens. It's a card game. Obviously that happens sometimes. But this deck, it's like, yeah, you know, we'll just run it. Oh, right, I can't take Maushold. That's cool though. Do I have an Ultra Ball in hand? I don't. I don't have a Rod either. That's okay. All I really need is Tandemaus here, actually, so that could work all right. And we could... You know, let me try to flip this first. Then the deck out one more. Let me see if I get another Dudunsparce. Boom! Finally! I feel like I flipped a bunch of tails in a row. So let's take out... Whoopsies. Take out you. It's good to know we have another one on the deck, though. We just prized all the basics, which happens. Let's draw a bit. Perfect. There we go. Do I even want to play the Rod right now? Honestly, not really. How much health do you got? 50 health left? Might as well keep this guy in the back pocket. I'll keep that Dunsparce there in case they go for like a big Iono or something next turn. And I feel like here we could totally run Buddy Poffins, take out the Dunsparce as well. And then I kind of like where we're sitting, actually. I don't need to Rod back the Maushold. I think I'll wait for this one to die, and then I'll Rod it back. Boom. Perfect. Alright, we got Ultra Ball for Maushold EX. 2 prize cards. Can we get the final Maushold? We cannot. And there's our Hyper Aroma as well. Yo, I just realized we played this whole game without Hyper Aroma. Oh my god. That's awesome. Dude, I feel like we cooked this game. That's crazy. A little voice crack on that, too. We did insane without Hyper Aroma. Yeah, I mean, you could see how, like, going second, you get Buddy Poffin and TM Evo, and the next turn you go for Hyper Aroma. All of a sudden, your opponent is staring at, like, 3 Maushold EXs, 3 Dunsparce, and it's just like, alright. Figure out what to do, bud. So, we'll see who they promote here. I don't even know what's worth promoting here, to be honest, either. I could look for Boss. I should still have him in the deck. I don't remember how many Boss I play, to be honest. I didn't really memorize this list before I jumped into it. I've been sending this list and not really looking at counts of what. I'm just kind of going along with the flow. This is a really good card, too, actually. I really like Mela. I had an idea for a deck with Mela that, honestly, I should probably just give it a try. Little Dondozo deck. You know, it was something that was cooking in my mind. Dondozo, Mela. You could play Radiant Charizard with it. I thought it would be worth a shout. I might give it a shot. I don't know. With that deck, it's like, the issue is constant energy acceleration, and Mela provides that. So, that is if you could draw into it, as well as just like enough attackers. But that's a deck for maybe sometime soon, actually. I love Dondozo. It is one of my favorite single prize decks ever. That was the first deck that I made like at 3 a.m. in the bulk binder that I have, that actually won a locals of mine. So I've always loved the thing. What do we do here? Probably throw the gift onto you. Am I really searching for anything? I guess a Boss. I kind of want to... Yeah, I mean, we'll try to shut him out with Maushold. That's pretty cool. We gotta actually not deck out here. So, maybe I stop. Oh, actually, no, I can just play Iono. You know what? That's a really... Yeah, let's not deck out. Let's just... Boom, now we're safe. Alright, cool. Oh, there's a Boss. Oh, man, if I ripped the Dunsparce, I would have had it. Oh, well. Let's swing. I know I didn't Mesagoza. Whatever, it's fine. There's no Pokemon I need. I'm just trying to get this Tandemaus out of the prizes. That's all I need at this point. It's the last prize for sure. It's definitely prize number 1, and I'm not going to take it until I win. But our opponent scoops. Dude, that was an epic game number 1. I cannot wait to see you guys in game number 2. Welcome to match number 2, where we open up with a pretty bad hand, actually. Definitely not enough much in play. If we top deck Buddy Buddy PAF in, all of a sudden we are cooking. But that was a big if. Really, just any basic Pokemon search should be perfect. And we're playing against a Lost Box deck? Dog, what? Alright, I mean, sure, go ahead. You know what? Kill my Jirachi. Have fun with this. Give me 3 cards. Oh, by the way, this is why I'm playing Radiant Jirachi. Entrusted Wishes, like, this is just the most fun Radiant. And there's no question about it. Flip 2 coins if heads your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. This is the only instant epic KO effect that I think is fine. There's a 25% chance it happens, and I'm flipping 2 coins. The heartbreak that could happen with this card is insane. And we're playing against Tina V. Yo, we're not playing against Lost Tina on the casual ladder. Buddy, what? There's no shot. And it seems like, oh my gosh. I was going to say they just go for an Abyss Seeking. Never mind. They got Chorus. So, that's cool. That's alright. I kind of want to save the Mist, though. I'm thinking about going Buddy Buddy PAF and CM Evo here. And I'm like, okay, which energy do I want to put on the Jirachi? I think I want to go Gift. And what did our opponent lose on that turn? Couple switch, energy, that's good. That's really good, actually. And that's a phenomenal top deck. Yeah, so you know what? We'll just get our Buddy Buddy PAF in. And TM Evo. What's prized? Oh, thank God we got our Mausholds. You know what? Past that, I don't even care. As long as we got the 4 of those little dudes, we are chilling. Do we have our Draw Engine too? We've got enough of it. Actually, nah, now 2 Dunsparce are prized. Dude, what? Or maybe 1. Actually, I might only play 3. That's still crazy, though. We definitely need to take 1 and 1. Attach this here, throw the gift down. Honestly, if Dunsparce is KO'd, like, I'm not super upset. I'd rather just evolve these Mausholds, because this is what I'm going to need to attack. And that's assuming they have a Hyper Blower play this turn. It's possible. I mean, they have 11 cards in hand, and they're playing Tina, so, like, you know, they definitely got a Chorus in there. They definitely got ways to dig it all out, but it's the casual ladder. I'm hoping Buddy don't see it like that. Yeah, no. So, anyways, I wanted to say, too, just because I've been talking about it with a couple of my buddies that have, I learned how to play this game with. They're a couple of my best friends that I grew up with, a couple best friends I met at different stores and whatnot. And we've been talking about actually making a podcast. So if you'd be interested in that, or you think it would be just a fun little shout to try out, just try it out, see where it goes for a few weeks. Let me know in the comments. If you've made it this far in the video, clearly you are not here for the hyper competitive deck. So you're just hanging either for Maushold EX or to hear what I'm yapping about. So if it is the latter and you would be interested in a podcast, I mean, let me know in the comments, And if you have ideas for it, or you want to play a few games, whatnot, join the Discord down below. It's my Discord server with the same group of friends, and we will kind of just be running stuff, running games, cooking up fun decks, all that type of stuff. Hold up 1 second, sorry, now I gotta cook. We definitely need Manaphy. They do play Greninja. I don't know if he sees Greninja, but they play it. So, it does have Shred next turn. Tricky. Definitely a tricky situation. That's a solid Dunsparce, actually. Because I think here what I'd do, we're going to throw the Mist here. He could Shred KO it, whatever. I just want to do an Astral Misfortune really bad. We're going to Arven, and we're going to take Buddy Buddy PAF and Vengeful Punch. And because I want to get another Dunsparce for next turn. And I want to start slowly setting up these guys. Honestly, we probably could get away with taking a 4th Tandemaus. I don't hate it. Once one of these 2 dies, that's what we'll do, is we'll go for the full Tandemaus line. But for now, come on, 2 heads. 2 heads. Give me the video look. Nah. Yeah, that checks out. I feel like this coin is the most rigged when I Astral Misfortune. I feel like I've literally only done it like 2 or 3 times in my life, and I've played Radiant Jirachi in more decks than anyone should have over the past couple years. So I'm sure they got the shred here, you know, for a big KO, which that's alright. That's not bad. And I'm actually tempted to put the Mist on the active, so he's you know, if he evolves it, he can't start Requiem it. And I think I'm actually gonna do that, because we've got DTEs in this deck, so that's the most important thing. And I like that a lot. I don't have a good out to draw into Dunsparce this deck, because I can't Ultra Ball away really any of these cards. I kind of need all of them. So he's gonna shred it. Oh wait, actually never mind. Entrusted Wishes. I'll just take the Dunsparce. Alright, cool. Sweet. We'll take Dunsparce. We'll take Homeboy over here. We could shorten their hand a little bit. Go Iono. I don't really need Hyper Aroma. Hyper Aroma is awesome if we had a better turn in terms of getting a bunch of Pokemon out. So not this game. I like this a lot, actually. Let's take those. That's why Radiant Jirachi is so clutch. Gifted and pop there because we kind of just drew what we needed instead of drawing cards with that, so that's fine. Let's promote Homie. Let's see. What is to play? Oh, nope, we want Mist on the active. So if they evolve, they can't start Requiem in. And we want to evolve all of these guys. And I like Iono here a lot. Shorten their hand down to 5. Kind of see where they're at. Give us a new 6. We could Dunsparce after. Because I figured if we draw into a Dunsparce, I'll just immediately replace it. Boom, perfect. So we will... Could just rip the heavy ball. Let me check what the prizes are. I knew you were prized. Sneaky little booger. Prizes hurt a little bit, but it's cool. So let's draw 3 more. And there's the Hyper Aroma. It's not bad, actually, for next turn. I could Hyper Aroma and just put 2 Pokemon in the deck. So now we should be... Let's see if they swung into us. Man, yeah, the DT just kind of hurt. This is what I mean. It's like 20 damage off perfection. If we did 120 damage there and they swung into us, they would take 160. And if they evolved, that would mean they get KO'd. But if they don't have the evolution and they swing into us, 1, they don't kill us. 2, they kill themselves in the process. So, you know, that would be a big way to take a KO here. And I'm curious where it leads. And it seems like they're just going to bring up another Tina. Alright, that's fine. Are you Abyss-Seeking? You are. That's insane, actually. So I'm going to start slowly setting up. Do I even want to draw here? Not really. I think I'm just going to play the Dunsparce, the Dunsparce down, but I don't think I'm actually going to evolve it. Because I have the Mist Energy in hand, I could put on another Maushold. Because if I could get one set up that does 120, that's perfect. Or at least better than 100. That 20 damage surprisingly throws off like a decent bit of math. That's, I think, like the one thing. If I could change one thing on Maushold, I would just have it do 140 damage. I wish it did. It's not like it's an overpowered card. I don't see why it can't. Well, Feather Ball here. Best card in the deck. Feather Ball is also just, it's so much fun. It just, I mean, it makes everything kind of cook so much better. I don't even need to play a supporter, do I? Not really. I don't hate just littering some damage on his Tinas. Take this one a little bit slower, and we get Boss and DT, which is pretty nice. I like Boss for next turn a lot. So, actually, I like Iono for next turn a lot as well, depending on what our opponent does. So, I mean, not bad. Not bad at all. Maushold is doing its thing. Putting up the good fight. Against definitely a newer Tina player. I mean, this guy, yeah, like, I'm not... I'm not sure if this is... I mean, maybe they are bricking every single turn, but again, gotta run it on the casual ladder. This deck is just getting eaten up by too many different things. So let's see what the play is this turn. So I think this turn I want to try to draw into a regular little energy. Because if I could free retreat and take a KO here, boom. Oh, that's awesome. And now, see, also if we did 120, we'd be two-shotting like Raging Bolts, which I know isn't crazy, but if they did 120 for attacking us and we attacked 120 into them, we are still trading evenly. So it's there. Like, the plays are there. Actually, you know what? Give me that. Give me this one. I want the one with the energy. Awesome. It's a big KO for us. Holding our own against Lost Tina. Look at us. Will there be a day where I bring Maushold EX to a regional? Yes. Absolutely. There's no shot that this thing does not see a regional. I want this thing to get a Limitless page more than any other card I've ever seen printed. Look at this thing. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that face. Those faces. Look at this guy. Oh, you can't really see him because he's hidden. These two are adorable. Like, this whole card is so goofy. I love it. But yeah, no, this thing is gonna see a high level of play one day, and I hope I spark the Maushold movement. I really hope I do. And we'll see how our opponent responds here. Next turn, there's like an 150% chance I don't know. I mean, their hand is getting pretty big. I'm not sure if they're getting the kills they want. Okay, so there's the Giratina. Mirage Gate, yup. Alright, now they're cooking. Now we're getting somewhere. I like it. I like it. Now they can't star Requiem because we have Mist Energy attached, and I believe they see that. So they are just going to rip it with Lost Impact, which is fine. Take all that damage, man. So you're going to Lost Zone 2 cards. So you get rid of the grass. I would have kept the grass. That's brutal. Alright, that's alright. And let's see what we do from here. Definitely throw up this Maushold. And we Rod here. I want to keep all 4 of these guys in play pretty much every turn I can. So we'll Rod back. Honestly, you know, just give me it so I don't deck out. I'm not too worried about finding my Pokemon in this deck. And let me Buddy Poff in for this guy. In terms of energy placement, let me just throw the gift onto here. And I like the Iono here a lot, actually. Knock our opponent's hand down a little bit. I'm a little scared of like a Boss Star Requiem, because I believe they would bypass the ability, because it's when we take damage from it. Yeah, it's when we take damage. So that scares me like a little bit, but it's cool. So we'll swing for the KO. Oh, actually, yeah, they don't even have Star Requiem anymore, so I was a little scared of that for nothing, apparently. And, see, this is this is one of the fun things about, like, Lost Box specifically. If they swing with Sableye, they get KO'd. That's just so goofy. Like, oh, you spit innocently? Yeah, well, I spit right back. It's like, how do you hate that? Can they go Sableye and just obliterate this Tandemaus? Yeah. Yeah. And they can take another KO on Manaphy while they're at it and still have 2 damage counters left over. But, like, do they have energy like that? Because 5 Psychic have left, and they go for another Tino. That's bold. That is bold. And there's the Chorus. So the Iono didn't seem to hurt them too bad. Which kind of sucks, but that's alright. We'll see how they respond from here. Did they get a Psychic Energy or Rod plus Mirage Gate? They play 7 Psychic. And it went on the Giratina. Huh. Okay. You know, I probably should have checked what was prized. Do we play 2 Heavy Ball in this deck? I thought we used one this game. No. Oh, that was last game, I think. and they scoop. Boom. 2-0. 2-0, excuse me, with Maushold EX. And I will see you guys in match number... That's 2. I will see you guys in match number 3. This was match 2. Oh gosh, I'm losing it. I'll see you guys in match number 3. Peace. Welcome to match number 3. Our opponent chose to go second, and we are up against Incineroar EX, which is pretty scary, actually. They're going to be attacking for a lot of damage real frequently because I'm going to just load up my bench. And that's actually a really fun deck. Should totally give a shout to it at some point. Get that deck out here. But we open up with our preferred Pokemon, with Jirachi, and... Ooh. 2 Mausholds? That's a little scary. So, I think we definitely want to try to get 1 in play. I hate the idea of Ultra Balling away 2 Ultra Balls. So, but I think I might have to get the board set up. Yeah, I don't think there's a way around it. We're gonna have to live this game with... Did we prize a Maushold? Yeah, we 100% did. That's good. That's great. We've got a Feather Ball prized as well, so... Oh, boy. Oh, man. This is going to be an uphill battle. Should I have taken a Dunsparce there? Yeah, probably, but, like, whatever. Maushold. Maushold only. I don't want them to, like, play Hyper Blow or Prime Catch or something like that. Get a cheeky KO on Tandemaus. That would really hurt the soul there. So I wanted to make sure, you know, I had 2 in play, and I've got Iono for draw. Their hand seems to be just as dead as ours, which is... I'm not complaining. And I'm still going to Iono, because, again, our hand is bad, and we need to get this board established. And this is a lot better. Yeah, no, I'll give him Artazon. I'll give him Artazon all day. Give me this Dunsparce. And are we ripping Astral Misfortune? You betcha. You betcha we are. Come on. 2 heads. Give it to me. Let's see. We got 1. That's it. That's the best attack in the game, and there's not a word about it, dude. Radiant Jirachi, BDIF. Just play Radiant Jirachi and like 59 other energy. You don't need anything else. This is it. This is all you need. Boom. Dunsparce. God, I love this card so much. It's so dumb. That has to be the single best feeling ever in the Pokemon TCG, is Astral Misfortune actually working for once in its life. Jirachi's now going back to sleep for 3,000 years, and I will not see another one of those until this card rotates. Are they going to fake out? Oh, no. If heads your opponent... Oh, no. Don't paralyze me. Dog, what? That is not what I want to see. And they're playing the, sorry, I gotta move up so I'm a little closer to the screen. And I got a carpet floor, so moving this chair sometimes is a little harder. They got the healing line with Togepi, Togekick, Togetic, Togekiss. So that's pretty cool to see, too. In a big, beefy deck like this. So, are we ripping it again? Are we going back to back? I think we might. I think we legitimately might. Let's thin out this deck a little bit. What do we want? We want you. I said I prized the Tandemaus, right? Yeah, I did. And, yo, give me this. All day. All day. Boom. What else we got in the prizes? That's cool. Alright. Let's draw. See what we get. Get a Feather Ball. Actually, I'm kind of liking Feather Ball. Ah, but we don't have a good way to search out our Mausholds then. Because we got rid of all our Ultra Balls. Whatever, we got Hyper Aroma. We'll get it done. We got Arvin Hyper Aroma next turn. And you already know, I only know one thing, and that is Astral Misfortune. Yeah, no, it's never happening again. That's it. First one, all of my luck went out the window for the next like 4 weeks because of that Astral Misfortune. And I'm not upset about it at all. That is totally fine by me. So next turn, honestly, Iono might be the safer play. Wait, that's not the Togetic that evolves. Silly goose. And they're swinging for a lot. They got a lot of damage. what, 480? Yeah, nah, there ain't no way I'm living that. We are cooked. And he does 240, which just instantly, like, KOs us. That's what I mean, dude. Like, why can't we just have a little more HP, a little more damage? Give me Hyper Aroma, for sure. Give me, I guess, DTE. And, I'm not totally sure what else we want. I guess another one of these, just to place back down immediately after. Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's alright. We're gonna get the full squad out here. What's good, so when you're playing against stage 2 decks like this one, Charizard, stuff like that, Dragon Ball, I mean, 1, you might be cooked. 2, don't even worry about it. Because what's more important is you swing first into their stage 2, which we're doing right now. Because what'll happen is we swing into them, they swing into us, take damage, take the KO, we swing back into them and take another KO. So, like, I legitimately like where we're sitting a lot right now. And we're just going to place this DTE here. And I think this turn, I don't necessarily want to give them Mesagoza. I don't care if they get more energy into play. They don't even have more Pokemon. So we're just going to Iono here. And we'll see what we get off this. That's pretty solid. Because we can Rod next turn when we inevitably get KO'd. And I'll place another one of these to just boost our draw. So sweet. Yeah, not a bad turn at all. What hurts a little bit, I was going to say we needed to find DTE. Boom. DTE. This deck's draw power is actually dumb. Like, it's actually just ridiculous. I love it. I love it so much. 2 from the attack, 1 from top deck, and if you play 1 Dunsparce, you're already looking at 6 cards of draw. If you play 2 Dunsparce, you're looking at 9. You play any other supporter, like, what else do you want? That's it. You've done it. You've cracked the code. You're drawing 400 cards a turn. And somehow don't deck out every single game. Like, not even really that close. So, we'll see how our opponent responds to that swing. I'm curious what... I mean, they've got to just get more Incineroars established, right? Get rid of a Torcat and TM Evo, actually. I mean, TM Evo, yeah, that makes sense. They're not TM Evoing anymore. But Torcat, that's a really good attacker with them. So a lot of times, if you don't know Incineroar will play Relicanth. And, oh my god, wait, they're healing. That's going to mess up our maths. No, it's not. Wow, it's actually... This is Radiant Venusaur, but more epic. That's sick. That's a cool card. Gritty Claws is insane, dude. During your opponent's next turn, Pokemon is full HP and would be knocked out by damage from an attack. It is not knocked out. You live with 10. So you could use that to KO because 40 plus 240 is 280, which is like perfect numbers on a lot of V-Stars and stuff like that. And Reprisal as well, it goes insane because the Relicanth, I used it in my Archaeodactyl video, which you should check out, shameless plug. Relicanth lets you use attacks from any of your Pokemon, so you could swing for insane damage with Reprisal. You can do an awesome effect with Gritty Claws, and you still have a 240 burn attacking Incineroar. So it's just all around, it's a really, really solid evolution line when paired with Relicanth. There's just so much. You got Oko versatility with 2 different attacks. You got some defensive capabilities with the middle evolution attack. It's awesome. So we're gonna get honestly, give me all of them back again. Did I play Hyper Aroma? Yeah, I did. That would have been a pretty cool card to get this turn. Let's see. What do I do here? I think I could Iono. Put him at 3 cards. Try to knock his hand back down to a appropriate size. And yeah, we draw to pretty much everything we need, which is Dunsparce. And that's it. We need one way to search Tandemaus, which we don't get. But I'm not afraid of Jirachi again. So, we'll rip the Nom Nom Incisor, see if we can draw into... Perfect, alright, there we go. Now we'll get the Tandemaus for our Maushold. We'll take 2 prizes. And we will continue cooking right along. Honestly, if I had to cut a card, I would consider cutting Lana's Aid. I think you could probably live with like 1 in the deck. I think I'm playing 2. You could probably live with 1. The honest to God though, it's like I don't even know what else I would put in the deck. Yo, put my Tandemaus in play. You're the GOAT, bro. You're the GOAT. Buffing my damage. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we draw into a dead hand, but whatever. I mean, if he attacks us, he gets KO'd. And we then attack for... Oh, no, we can't kill the Togekiss, so we wouldn't attack for game, but it'd be pretty rough. So go on, use that reprisal. Use that attack where you do... I don't even know what it... Yeah, he actually did. My guy. You weren't supposed to do that. You were supposed to keep yourself alive. Maybe I could draw into boss one time. Give me that Relicanth. That's crazy. He attacked us, and we got a prize. Maushold EX, baby. Gotta love it. Boom. Yeah, that's just game. Our opponent has just accepted fate for what it is. And it seems like we're going to go for a perfect 3-0 record with Maushold EX, the best deck in the format, and there ain't a word about it. So that is an awesome way to wrap up game number 3. This deck was, honest to God, a ton of fun. Give it a shot. Don't expect to win any major tournaments or bring it to a tournament because it's fun and nothing else. You know, if you're like that, you're a dog, and I respect it. But give this deck a shot. It was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I hope to see you guys in future videos. Have a great day. Peace.